Okay, so we're doing a little bit something different this time. We're going to try an overnight again. We got off to a little bit of a late start, so we're going to be hiking in the dark here for a bit. And that's okay. Correct, adventure. So, we are doing the Old Loggers Pass today, which is in Shunk, Pennsylvania, technically. There are several different trailheads. We are leaving out of the Maston trailhead. When I say we, I mean me, and our discount Disney princess, Tara, is back with us today.
Hello.
Or at least, should I say, this weekend. This is a 3-day hike.
Woohoo!
2 nights, 3 days. So we're gonna head to the trail shelter, which the direction we're going clockwise. Should be about 5 miles in. We just started.
Wait,
So
it is about 8:15 at night.
So we're kind of in twilight right now, which is a good thing that we're starting in spring. Get a little bit more light before we have to fish out the headlamp. So we'll see how it goes. Chances are I will not pick this back up until we get into camp. Just because it's 5 miles, we're going to be in the dark. And I don't want to run my battery dead before we get there. So we'll see you guys at camp.
Also, do you want to say something about the map being all weird, though, in case people come up here?
Oh, yeah, if you're using all trails, remember it will try to orient into the direction you are facing. Make sure that you try to remember to fix yourself with your hands so that the map is oriented in a direction from where you started so you can see where you're going, because it had us like willy-nilly turned around there for a bit. Otherwise, we do have a backup paper map. We actually have 2. One we printed off, and they do have foldables here, which not a lot of the trails that we do have those available. Anyway, this one is 27.8 miles. It is rated as hard, but I think that's mostly for the distance. All of the increases that I saw, especially on the topographical map, are very gradual as well as far as elevation goes. But we'll see how it works out. See you at camp. Okay. So last night was awful. We didn't make it to the trail shelter. We pulled off to a campsite, which was probably a good thing. Whew. So we set up camp in the dark at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. We were tired. We were sore. We were just done. We had no energy left to give. And part of that was we were hiking in the dark, and it was a little overwhelming. The other part was that we got such a late start that we'd done so much other shit there earlier in the day. Especially Tara, she had worked a full-time job before she even came to get me to get started, so. And then drive up here was like an hour and a half. So, hour 45 is not bad. So the hike part was awful. What was awful was that we got caught. And it rained. It started at about 2:30 in the morning. And as you can hear, it keeps going on and off. Last night it was bad enough that Tara was trying to set up her tent or her tarp for her hammock in the rain. We both ended up sitting in here in my teeny tiny little 1-person tent. trying to get her warmed back up because she's got circulatory issues. And wait the rain out long enough for us to try to get some more sleep. It finally let up enough for us to do that at around 4 o'clock. And then it just kind of hasn't stopped being on and off since then. Like, we'll get lulls, but then it'll just downpour on us. I've got all of my electronics on my sleeping mat underneath my my sleeping bag with me, which I'm more using as a quilt than a sleeping bag at the moment. And I could not be fucked about it. As far as the overnight gear goes, sleeping pad and the sleeping bag actually did a wonderful job this trip. I'm not cold. I'm actually rather comfortable, temperature-wise. I can't feel the ground underneath my sleeping pad. I don't feel like I'm losing any heat that way. The tent itself definitely is going to be waterproof before I do use it again. It is leaking pretty badly. There's only a few spots that it's not. The only thing that doesn't fit on the sleeping pad with me is up there. It's my camera. It's just a point and click. It's not like a video camera, so, or at least it is. It does have a video function, but I don't have a big enough memory card for it, so it's up there where it's safe. A couple instances last night where when we were both in here, the tent pegs came out of the ground because the ground was so soft. Not enough for the tent to lose shape, really, just enough to be fucking annoying. There is some water issue coming through at the top of the tent near the door. There's like some condensation around the door. I'm not a fan of the construction of the tent, to be fair. It's a single wall. The front door is like, the door is like this vestibule that you stake out but still zips closed. And then it's just a mesh door. So if I'm losing heat anywhere, I'm losing heat there. But we'll be here for a little bit. Hopefully this rain stops long enough for us to grab our gear and get out. We're gonna call it for this one. We will try it again when we can make sure the weather's gonna be better. And maybe, and with a different tent. So, one that'll fit, like, both of us in it. But for this one, for now, we're gonna call it. So when I see you guys next, I will hopefully have a cup of coffee in my hand. It is currently 7:45. So, yeah, not much sleep at all. I'm gonna try to get a little more. Try to get our gear together and hike out of here. Try to get another pen. Alright, guys. There. Okay. Finally out of the tent. It is... I'm talking to the camera. Finally out of the tent. It's 9:30. Cream of wheat with dehydrated bananas is breakfast. Already made and had my coffee. It is starting to sprinkle again. But it is actually very pretty out here. Yeah. Now that we can see it, and it's not, 10 o'clock at night. Do not put your feet on the ground.
Nope.
Tara is attempting to get out of her cocoon over there. So, after she curses the wind, so we can become majestic hiking butterflies. Tara's looking at me like fucking nuts. She's freezing. So, like I said earlier, we're gonna eat, hydrate. Oh, she's gonna dehydrate, and then we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna hike back. The good news on that is we're only like
3 miles.
3 miles in, and it should be easier in the daylight. So. You should eat something.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm just getting the will to live.
Fair enough. Give me 2 seconds after I finish this. I will turn the camera around and show you guys where we're at for now, and then we'll check back at the car, because I don't have energy right now. Sleep was fitful for both of us, I think. Me for different reasons than Tara, but fitful. Alright. See you in a bit. Okay, so food is eaten, coffee is drank. This is camp. There's Tara and her hammock set up. And my leaky tent. I think really it just needs to be like waterproofed again. And that should be fine. But, yeah. Don't mind our gear. We're kind of scraggly here. The cook kit's there, the water we use to food and stuff. That is our pack-out bag. We will be taking it with us. I was going to attempt a bear hang last night, but none of the branches looked good to me. I didn't trust that one. It looked, I don't know, I didn't trust it. So, what we ended up doing was I wandered over that direction, and I set the bag over there with all my food in it. But no, in the daylight, it's not actually a bad campsite. Like, the trail's right there. Like, right there. And then, there is a burn ban up here until May 25th. But there is a campfire, like, over there. Too far away from where a safe place to set up a tent is for anybody to have any warmth from it in the middle of the night if you do, like, a slow-burning coal fire. And with that, Tara would like to talk to you about her hammock, so give me 1 moment, please.
Oh, yeah, while I'm hello. So I recently just got this tarp. It's something that I found on Kickstarter. The group is called Bache, B-A-C-H-E. I believe that they're Canadian. In the middle of the night when it's dark out, not great to set it up. Especially when it's raining, so I don't recommend panic setting up, but, circumstances are circumstances. However, what's really cool is that this did come with tent stakes. Found that out when I woke up this morning. But there are a couple of different guide points on it that you can spread it out how you want. I know there's different ways that you can layer it. They have different prints. I got paint splatter, but I think they have like a camouflage one. The sky, there's some trees and stuff, but I got this strictly for visibility, especially for coming out and being on trails, so this way people could see like, hey, there's somebody there, what have you. Underneath of this, I have my E&O double nest hammock. I always like the double nest because it's comfy and I can spread out a little bit. I'm also one of those people who I can't just sleep on my back. I typically curl up and roll around a lot, so having the double nest is nice to kind of go diagonally. And then, just for the sake of sleeping bags, I believe this is a Nemo. Yeah, it's a Nemo extra long because I'm tall, believe it or not. It's rated for 30 degrees, but it's ultra lightweight. It's got down feathers on it on the inside. So if I had an underquilt, which is my next piece of gear that I'm going to be getting, I would have been nice and toasty. I was alright, just a little bit of cold. I did get wet just because I didn't pack this down correctly. Yeah, overall, pretty happy with it. Would recommend.
Okay, so with that, we're gonna start packing out, and we'll probably check in with you guys in the car because it's starting to rain on us again. Okay. For those of you that are just like, oh, they're giving up after a little bit of rain, that's the dry spot under my tent. That is how dry it was when we bunked down versus now. It's cold, it's wet, it's miserable. My tent has more nature inside it and water inside it than it does on the outside. So, but that's the point of these hikes. Like Tara was saying earlier, but the camera wasn't on. That is the point. You go on shakedown hikes to see which parts of your gear are failing you and what gear you might need. I already knew I was going to need to replace the tent. I just didn't know it was going to be this soon. So, to be fair, I don't know how old that tent was before Joe gave it to me. And nothing against Joe. It's a good tent. It really is. Like, Tara and I sat in there last night to get warm. For like an hour. And there's plenty of room for us both to sit there. Yep. There's not enough room for us both to lay down. Otherwise, we probably would have been fine if it hadn't started leaking inside my tent. We could have just bunked down in my tent and said, fuck it. But it did, and here we are. We are almost done packing up. Everything that was in my bag is back in my pack. I think Tara's almost done.
I'm just struggling because my hands are cold.
Yeah.
And wet.
Neither one of us can feel our hands because of the wet rain and the cold temperature. And it's probably honestly not even that cold. It's just because we're wet.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that you have to remember when you're out here. Like, if you're wet, even if you're moving, it's dangerous. Because, like, it doesn't take... A lot of people forget it doesn't take super low temperatures for you to have hypothermia happen. Sorry, I was just looking at your tarp tube. All it takes is the right amount of wet and cold. That's it. For your body to be like, hey, we're in danger, and then start shutting things down to conserve heat.
See, I'm in danger.
You're always in danger.
That was a Simpsons reference.
I know, but you are.
Sometimes I am the danger.
That's true. But with, especially for people like Tara with the circulatory issues, like Tara has Raynaud's. So a lot of times if she gets too cold, she will lose all circulation in hands and feet, correct?
Uh-huh.
I just want to make sure I'm getting it right.
No, I'm laughing because I don't currently have feeling in my hands or my toes.
There you go. And I can't tell you how cold or warm it is right now because, one, we don't have service, and 2, I could not be fucked to look. All right. I think we're almost done packing up here. We'll see you guys back at the car. Okay, we are at the car. Everything's wet. Everything's cold. We are warming up. Oh, packs are in the back. Everything is soaked. My butt's wet.
The seat heat is warm.
My knee started hyperflexing there towards the end, but we made it. We're live. Also, it's 12:51. Fuck yeah. We got out of there in like an hour and a half. For what took us 3 hours to get into. Moral of the story, hike in daytime. So, to reiterate, yes, we had a successful overnight. However, it sucked beyond all measure because we were not prepared for rain, and we hiked it in the dark. So, better planning for next time. Hiking out, if it hadn't been raining the entire time,
Beautiful.
it would have been beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful anyway, but we were miserable and could not be fucked to care about it.
Accurate.
So, on a redoability scale of 1 to 10, I would give this one, for me personally, I'd give it an 8.
That's where I'm at too.
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, that's
like,
where I'm at.
objectively, without the
Yep.
rain, in daytime, I'd give it an 8. That may go up when we do it again the next time, because right now we're a little pissed off at Mother Nature. But, for ease, I wouldn't, for what we did, I'm not sure I'd put it at a hard. I'd put it at maybe a moderate.
I would do moderate, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's even with me not having like that backpacking experience or being used to my like this is the first time I'm using a pack. So even with that, moderate.
Yeah.
Little
Like-
slippery and questionable at some locations just because of the
just
drop-offs and there
because of the
wasn't
rain and, you know, I mean, it's springtime. It's going to be wet. It's going to be gumpy. But for trail maintenance, for the clear guidelines of where the trail was, I would give it a moderate. I don't feel like it was a hard one. I think the distance would make it maybe different. But, like, even with that, you're only going, like, the first trailhead, if you go out the way they want you to, the clockwise way, the counterclockwise way, is 10.95 miles from the trailhead. And then the second from that one is, like, 11 something.
Yeah. So that's not bad.
No, and then the trail out is, and then, like, the trail out from that trail shelter that we never made it to is approximately 5 to 6 miles.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not...
That's not bad.
No. Just, you know, do it in the daytime. Bring warmer gear.
Bring extra socks.
Bring
'Cause
extra
you do walk
socks.
through water.
There are several
Handful
water
of
crossings.
times,
Yeah. Not as many as were marked on my maps, which I have to figure out why that is. But there are, like, several water crossings. And, like, we didn't even get to the one that it, like, warned us about on the map.
Yeah. Maybe that's a good thing, though, with how much rain.
Yeah, we
Happened.
might not have been able to cross it.
That would have been awful.
I would have died. I'd have been like, yep, nope, this is me. I'm buried here now. But I would do this one again.
Absolutely.
Better
gear.
better preparedness.
Better preparedness.
I think it could be a good one.
Yeah. Lots of good pea trees.
Yeah, lots of good trees to pee on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can confirm. I will say the only, like, outside of the rain, the only thing that annoyed me was the other set of hikers that walked past our camp this morning, talking as loud as they possibly could.
At like 7 in the morning.
It was 6:30.
Oh.
I looked at my clock. It was 6:30 in the morning. And, like, as we said earlier in the video, we didn't go to bed until, like, 4 because of the rain. So, yeah. I think we're going to sit here, we're going to warm up for a little bit, and then we're going to head home.
Mission success.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had a successful overnight. We did, in fact, camp overnight. I found out that my shitty little Amazon pad and sleeping bag kept me pretty warm. Like, I was sweating at certain points. I do need to upgrade the tent, though. I really do. I would like to get a double wall just because then I don't have to worry so much about the leakage.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I may also just start bringing my tarp with me.
Yeah.
Until I can
Yeah.
upgrade. So,
Yeah, because you can even prop that up with the hiking poles.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we'd had an absolutely miserable time. An enjoyably miserable time. An enjoyably miserable time. But we will see you next time that Tara's on the channel. The Pack Princess will join us again, I promise.
With the not broken pack.
With the not broken pack.
Oh, we didn't talk about that at all.
Oh, what?
The clippy, not clipping.
Oh, yeah. So Tara's going to have to go back to REI and talk to the pack guy again because even after trying on 15 packs, there's something wrong with this one. So the Pack Princess has to go back and get her pack fixed. One of her clips isn't latching properly, and it keeps coming undone when she tries to tighten it down. So she's going to have to go in and see if they can get her a new one. But that shouldn't be too difficult. They might have to order it, but that's fine.
That's fine.
So, yeah. Outside of that, food-wise, my bison bowl was fucking delicious. Had whole-ass biscuits in there. They were like this big.
Mm-hmm.
Biscuits.
Like, thick.
Thick biscuits. Like, fucking biscuits. Like, it was good. I ate the whole damn thing. I celebrated my inner fat kid on that one.
No, you earned it because we walked in the dark
for like
with
3 hours.
How many pounds of weight on our backs?
Well,
going uphill.
Yeah, because
in the dark.
I don't remember the calculation for how much a gallon of water weighs, and I don't remember how much a liter is.
I think a gallon's 10 pounds.
So I had 4.5 liters of water in my pack on top of my food.
Yeah.
Without that, my base weight's 22 pounds.
Yeah.
So I had like 40-some pounds on my pack.
Yep. I don't even want to know what mine was.
I mean, you could take it to REI the way it is and have them weigh it.
Soaking wet?
Sure. I mean, it'll dry up.
Yeah, but to get the full poundage.
That's up to you if you want to drive all the way to fuck to Harrisburg with it wet.
No.
Alright. We're going to get off of here. We'll see you guys on the next one. Be safe. Have fun.